I think the first time I met Kristin was when she was an ICU nurse at OSF.
And that's where I met Dr. Tarantino. I was taking care of one of his patients, and he, the next day, came in and tried to recruit me.
I knew right then, as soon as we interacted with, the patient's care, I knew that someday she would work at BCDI.
I was actually in nurse practitioner school at the time and had signed a contract with OSF. And then when I graduated nurse practitioner school, I reached out to Dr. Tarantino, and he was like, I was just talking about you.
She has a science background and actually did some lab research before even becoming a nurse.
I did research on the gut microbiota of mice, and so it was me in a lab with these mice all day long for 2 years. And that's when I realized I need people.
I think she was one that stood out that would always ask us the reason why behind what we did.
And that's what it really takes to do research. You have to question, well, why does this happen? Or why don't we know about this? Or why does this patient differ from the next patient?
Like if I said, do I want to do research or do I need to do research? I think that it's something that we have to do for patients.
This is definitely not just a job to her. When she comes into work, she's ready to find answers, and we do a comprehensive clinic here, which was a big thing that Kristin researched.
We can't overlook things, we can't generalize things. We really have to customize care for each patient.
Some people don't have the means, so providing comprehensive care, bringing a patient in, and it's like an all-in-one shop. They see a dentist, physical therapist, immunologist. To have all of those resources available in one clinic visit is huge, and patients need that.
She always is going above and beyond for her patients. For instance, I know that this weekend she was a little worried about what may have come up with the patient. When his test results came back on Saturday, she was on her way to the pool to hang out with her family. So she called him personally that day to say, hey, these are your test results, kind of next steps. These are the things that we need to do.
I know that going from Saturday to Monday is a long time when you can see the results, and especially if they're abnormal.
She goes above and beyond for patients, whether it be, things on the weekend they have, after-hour calls. We can trust that her clinical decision-making is sound, which is a huge help, as an ally to the clinical care team.
There's a lot to appreciate about Kristin. I'd say one of the biggest things is that she is a team player.
And she'll come out of her office and be like, you'll never believe what I just found, or you'll never believe what I just read. And I mean, it makes all of us want to do our jobs better.
She's got 2 little girls, Bella and Oakley. Yeah, and she talks about them all the time. You can tell how passionate she is. She's constantly at the kids' sporting events, and she said, I had Oakley on one arm, I'm on the phone talking about patients as I'm trying to watch Bella play volleyball.
She sets a good example for having a good balance between work and home.
Did you talk to her about the AmChamp award?
No, not really. She doesn't like to boast or brag or anything like that.
I saw the little congratulations thing pop up, and I'm like, what? It was like just tears instantly. And then I'm like, if this isn't like the epitome of what it's like to be a working mother, then I don't know what it is.
When I saw AmChamp, it made me think of caffeine, and I know she drinks her fair share of energy drinks. Now, maybe it's changed now since she has a little baby.
No, just Gatorade. My very favorite one is green apple. This isn't green apple, not blue, green apple.
So Kristin rarely eats like actual meals. She mostly just snacks.
Well, if you ask Angie Brown, she would say that I eat like a toddler, that I only eat foods that I can eat like finger foods.
She takes her sports very seriously.
She's competitive.
Oh, family game night, someone ends up crying.
And you definitely see that side of her on the volleyball court too.
When Kristin presents us with a clinical issue, research question, I trust that she has thought about it deeply, that she's looked at multiple facets of the question or the problem.
She's very dedicated to this idea of not just sitting on the sidelines, reading other people's work and applying it. She actually discovered a new variant of a genetic platelet disorder that leads to cancer in many cases.
We'll see a patient in clinic, and within 15 minutes she comes out and she's like, look at all these great research articles I found about this thing. And it's just like, she's in it all the time.
She's already published several papers in peer-reviewed medical journals that are pretty hard to get articles published in.
She's doing that because she wants to answer deeper questions that could benefit more than patients she may even encounter in her career.
She doesn't just maybe read the mission once in a while, she lives the mission here. Her patients love her. Who's your hematologist? It's Kristin.
Kristin, congratulations on AmpChamp. There's no one that I know that's more deserving than you.
Very honored to work with you and happy to see recognition for all of your hard work, research, and everything that you've done.
Kristin, thanks for being part of BCDI's family. Thanks for making BCDI the great institution that it is.
And I just want you to know that we love you, we think that you're wonderful, and that this is just the beginning of your story.
Kristin, you are my AMP champ.
Kristin, you are our AmpChamp.
Kristin, you are our AmpChamp.